Hey YouTube, it's Sean, Griffin RC Planes. Something different for you, just because I like to share, anything I learn along the way, I like to pass it along, and that seems to happen to me. So, give and receive, right? So, what you're looking at is a toolkit, and it's a pretty dang cool toolkit. Let me tell you the story real quick. So, my mom, some of you guys don't know that last year in August, I started caring for my mom. And, anyways, she has a really nice watch collection. And she currently lives in a assisted living facility. She has Parkinson's. And one of the things that really gets her excited is her watch collection. They're all different Mickey Mouses. But a lot of them aren't working. The batteries are dead. So she said, "Hey, Sean, I really want to get the batteries replaced in my watches." And she thinks that we can just go to Target or Walmart to the jewelry counter and somebody will replace the watches. Well, that doesn't happen here in a big city. Where she's from, there are still people that work behind the jewelry cabinet in Target or Walmart. And here they don't. And if there was somebody, you don't want him messing with your expensive watch. Anyways, I did find a couple of jewelry stores that strictly replaced batteries and watches, but they were, come by Saturday, we'll get to it, might take an hour or drop them off. And I said, "No, I can do this." So I grabbed one of her nice watches and my little tiny screwdrivers. And after I unfortunately scratched the thing a little bit, and here I am watching YouTube videos to figure out where you pry to get the back off of it and stuff. Come to find out, that particular watch was a rechargeable watch, an Echo something by Citizens, and my mom didn't even know that it was rechargeable. Put it in the windowsill and it charges up, or if you're wearing it on your wrist, it just stays charged. Long story short is all the little tools that I have for our RC airplanes, I just didn't have anything small enough to open up some of these nice expensive watches. So this is a watch toolkit for strictly replacing batteries. Who would have ever thought? And some of the tips in here are small. That looks like a needle. That's a flathead. This is right here, my left is a Phillips. I'm talking these things are small. My magnifying glasses, I gotta grab a couple lenses that are stronger than what I normally wear just to use these things. I mean, that looks like a needle, and that's a flathead. And all these tools can be used on our planes too. You just never know. You might have a need. So this little guy right here, like, what's this? Well, I just happened to find a watch. I don't wear watches, and I don't even know where this one came from. This holds the watch while you're trying to get the back off of them, or if you're working on the front of them. Just like that. Or if we're going to do a battery, it would go down like that. You see it's got the little notch right there for the button, or for the part where you wind to change the time. And then if it's got other buttons on the side, the little notches are there for it. I mean, that is really cool. All right. Now, this particular watch, the back pops off of it. And you get it in there, get your screwdriver in there somewhere and get the back off. Well, because I've become familiar with watches, if you see a back of a watch that has a couple like flat spots here and a flat spot there and those backs unscrew. Well, without getting a screwdriver and you're trying to pry on it to unscrew it. Nope. That's where this guy comes in. If you have the type watch that the back unscrews, where it's got 3 flat spots, what's here? 3 spots. See it changing? This wheel back on the back here. So you can change your size here. Well, what goes in here? All of these tips, depending on what kind of notch is in the back of the watch. You know, does it take a little dimple, or is it a flat spot? You know, is it big? So the kit comes with all these. You know, if it only holds 3, there's a bunch in there. So there's several different types. They screw in. This kit here is like, you would think it's expensive. This is less than 20 bucks. That included the shipping, guys. The mini screwdriver and tips alone is worth the 20 bucks, you know. So, got that. This little thing here would come in handy for doing something for our planes, but this is to get the pins out of your wristband. Prime out. Now, this is not for checking reflexes in your knee. This is for something else. It's a little tiny hammer. More little tools to do something with. There's 3 of these guys. Then there's this thing, and I think this is for watch bands. I think this is when you're replacing the pins or something like that. I think that's what that's for. And this yellow thing, this is what you use to get the back off the watches without scratching them. I haven't even opened it yet, but under that tip there is something that you slide that protective piece off, and then there's something that doesn't scratch it, and then these little pins in the band right here. You know, if you do take it off and it bends or it breaks, you never put your watch back together. It just doesn't happen. Look at all these replacement pins. There's a ton of them in there. I mean, is that not worth $20? Bizarre. I tell you what, I'll get the exact price that I paid for this thing. Hang on. All right, I just went and grabbed my phone. $17.77 for the watch kit. Isn't that something? The name is Vastar. All kinds of directions and tell you what the tools do. So anyways, on Amazon for $17.77, and then I'm a Prime member, so I don't pay for shipping. This kit that has all kinds of stuff in it, obviously for watches, and these little tiny screwdrivers right here with all these tips. I mean, we can use these for the planes. Who knows? We might be doing something with a motor and we need to grab it in 3 different spots. Might need to put something right here and work on it. I don't know. This is a kit for watches, but in the hobby that we're in, it's a kit for other stuff. This right here could clean the lenses of my cameras. So, anyways, oh, and it comes with a bunch of well, the little finger gizmos, so you don't I don't know, dirty up the person's watch. And right here is more little tiny screwdriver tips. They're threaded on one end, they're a little tip on the other. Oh, those go in these. Those go into these things. Wowzers. All right, I just wanted to share, guys. Just wanted to share something pretty cool. You know, it's good quality stuff, too. It's $17.77. Who would have thought there's a little plastic deal to hold a watch? Who would have thought? Some of you guys are probably saying, oh, I've known all about that. I've had one of those for years. Well, it's new to me, guys. It's new to me, and I wanted to share it with you. Oh, and there's some tweezers. Didn't even see these. All right, that's all I got, guys. Happy flying. Happy weekend. Until next time, you'll see something here.